We typically do not see Chapman implode like that. 11 straight balls and the velocity down a little bit. Is he okay? Is there more to it than a little rust?
I mean, we'll see how he is here after, but I think he is okay. I think it was just, week down, coming into not a safe situation. But so I just think it's one of those hiccups that happens over the course of the year, but we'll certainly check with him and monitor him closely.
Was there any conversation on the mound or after he came out?
When Larry went out the first time just to check on him, make sure, he said he was fine and everything was good. It just, just got a little away from him there.
Is that a helpless feeling as a manager when you have your closer out there who has been so good for you and you see him struggling the way he's struggling?
No, I wouldn't put it that way. I mean, actually just tons of confidence because I've seen him even when he's kind of been lights out where he'll, be off kilter for a few pitches and one strike and he reins it right back in real quick. So, but once a bunch of guys got out there and now the pitch count's getting up and stuff, I didn't want to, leave him out there for too much longer. So, decided to make the move.
What did you think of the job that Shreve did coming in?
Great. Huge pick me up. In a perfect world, actually trying to stay away from Shreve, with an inning plus yesterday, but his pitch count was reasonable. So, he came in pounding the strike zone, which was encouraging. Drew turns a good double play behind him and then just keeps making pitches to a tough righty in Flores, who's really tough against lefties. So really good job by Shriver, who continues to pitch a lot better.
Billy, you have the mic.
Yeah, I believe Shreve was warming up at the start of the inning.
Yeah.
Can you just walk through your thinking?
Had we gotten to 5 or more, we would have gone to Shreve there. But we determined before the game, more often than not, we're not going to use Aroldis unless it's a save situation. But with it being the 7th day and just the state of our pen, we decided it was 4 or less today. We're going to get Chappie work. Anything more than that, then we would have started the inning with Shreve.
Justin and Kevin, to the right here.
Aaron, what was the biggest difference with the lineup seeing Mets the second time around?
I thought we hit a lot of balls on the nose actually the first go around. So I was pretty pleased with the at-bats. We hit probably seemed like 4 balls right on the screws, right at some guys. Drury actually on a normal day is a home run. So I felt like the at-bats, even from the start, when he was holding us down, were pretty good. And then, really up and down. I thought the consistency of the bats were really strong and obviously eventually able to run them.
And Judge is now hitting .342 in July. What stands out to you about his at-bat quality?
Good player. He's one of those guys to me, even when he's struggling, I feel like the at-bat quality is pretty good anyway, just because he's so good at controlling the strike zone. I think he's done that really well. We're seeing him handle a lot of different pitches, secondary stuff, fastballs, and then to ride one out of here for a homer. But, yeah, he's been swinging it well, including the All-Star game.
Kevin, to the left.
Sonny Gray's performance today in the last 2 starts, what's been different for him?
I thought he was in a pretty good rhythm early, and I thought he made some pitches. Like, I didn't think he was necessarily great today, but that's the kind of encouraging outing you want to see. When Sonny's not at his best necessarily, he should still be able to go out and pitch like he did today. Into the 6th inning, he's probably a pitch or 2 away from getting through 6 innings kind of unscathed. I thought he got a little maybe out of his rhythm that even the Conforto home run, first pitch of an inning, I thought those first 3 innings he was in a really, really good rhythm. Then I thought he lost a little bit of command there. But by and large, I thought it was a solid outing for him. And what I liked is it wasn't a perfect outing, and he was still really competitive.
Barry, to the right.
When you say we sat down before the game and determined the pattern of the pitching, is that you and Larry, or what's the process you go through?
It's Larry and Hark and Josh Bard and I. We'll sit down and just kind of go through our bullpen. Who's down today? Who we going to try and stay away from? Who's kind of emergency? walk through leverage situations.
Same thing with the starter. You map out really how many pitches the starter is going to go to, or is that flexible?
Yeah, you don't really map that. I mean, it's kind of there's a number you probably wouldn't necessarily go by, but, unless a guy's on a pitch count where he's getting built back up, usually it's a starter. You're just kind of watching. That could be anywhere from whatever, 90, 100, 110, 115. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dan.
Bird with a couple good at-bats against the left-hander today. Is that the next step for him to get back to who he normally is?
It was really encouraging because I don't even necessarily think it was the greatest matchup with Matt's, high fastballs and everything, but I thought all day, man, quality at bat. Even the strikeout, I thought he was that might have been against the righty later, but yeah, really, really exciting. And some big hits for him too. This 2-strike breaking ball that he smoked to center field, and then getting on a ball that seemed like a little bit up in the zone for the hit to right. He's been really now 2-3 weeks where he's been having some really quality at bats and looking like that threat that we know he is in the box.
Ron, to the right.
Was Sonny at all in getting him on track? Is it just a matter of location and stuff, or is a factor also getting back his self-belief?
Look, confidence in this game is huge, right? And whereas I don't think he's ever lost confidence, because I think I think he understands how good he can be, and I think he's had enough success on the mound this year, and certainly in the work that he's put in behind the scenes. I think it's just about now creating that consistent momentum where he's, finding success start to start, and then kind of building on that, and hopefully that's something that will continue to snowball for him.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Alex.